Now let's try that again. Welcome in, everybody, to week 12 already? Week 12 of fantasy football. This is hard to believe. We're already here. This is the second to last fantasy Waiver Wire live of the year. We do it up to week 13. That's when a lot of fantasy playoffs start. At that point, guys don't necessarily need me as much. Hopefully you guys are already in there and your teams are looking pretty good. We have some interesting ones to go over today. So I would love to hear in the comments from you guys. KU's already here. How it do, buddy? What is up, man? Glad that you are joining us today. Speaking of Mr. KU, I got to get on Arc Raiders with you and Noah. I got to become an Arc Raiders streamer, I guess. A lot of guys doing that right now. Looking good with that. Let me turn this down. I think I'm coming out a little loud here. Is that better? Because it looked like my audio levels are pretty loud. Let me know in the comments. Is it better? Turn out even a little bit more than that. Alright. I don't know what happened. Hell yeah, brother. It looks fun. I was talking to Noah about it. It looks like a lot of a BR third. Hey, we might need to link up. It might be something that needs to be done here. But welcome in, everybody. Talking the waiver wire. Let's get straight into. Let's see. Man, it's only been a week. But it feels like it's been forever since we've done this. But hey, we're back, baby. Let's get into the week 12 waiver wire ads of the week. All right. First one that we're going to be talking about, Sean Tucker. Now, this is going to be the one that you guys are going to see a whole bunch of articles about. And I don't know if you should. Even I'm writing about him, and I'm a little hesitant in it. So he had a great game last week. I believe he had like around 10 rushes, 100 yards, and a touchdown. The Bucky Irving stuff is really sketchy right now. He comes back this season, right? What do you guys think? I think he comes back, but even when he does come back, how is he going to be looking? Why is this situation unfolding the way it is with all this ambiguity around it, right? So Sean Tucker is a good ad for that reason. But I just want people to remember that, though. The Bucky Irving is probably coming back sooner rather than later. And he's not jumping Rachaad White, guys. I know that's where you want to go here. Exactly. He's practicing now. Bucky's practicing now. Seems odd. It absolutely does. I'm not 100% sure what's going on with him. It's like a hidden injury. That's kind of what it feels like, isn't it? Like, either it's more severe than they're leading on, or it's a injury that he keeps taking steps back from. And that's even scarier because that means once he hits the football field and is actually playing, his injury risk is going to be super high if he's not able to make it through practices right now. But once Bucky comes back, I mean, what's going to be left for Tucker? He was seeing like maybe 1 or 2 carries a game when both of them were playing. He's not passing Rachaad White. I think that's the thing I want to make really clear here, because Rachaad White, I mean, he was, I believe, like a 1,000-yard rusher for this team. He was really good before they drafted Bucky. Bucky came in and took his job as a starter, but Bucky has had a solid role even since Bucky's come in. So I think people thinking that Sean Tucker is going to take over the job. He had a good game, and he's somebody worth investing in if you really need running back help, but I would temper expectations, and I'm not spitting a bunch of fab on him. They love White for whatever reason. Exactly. Clearly the worst back but still takes snaps. That's exactly what it is. I think Sean Tucker played good, but I still think White's the better back than Sean Tucker. I think we would have seen once you get to RB2, you're not it's not as much of a political game there. You're putting your best guy as your number 2, and the fact that Tucker hasn't been able to hop him, I think that says something. Tucker, great game, but I think there's something there. I think there's something hiding there against a very suspect Bills defense. The one I really want to talk about today, though, Alec Pierce. And this is the worst part about me doing this show, is all my league mates, they get my insight and see who I'm gunning after. But my loss is your guys' gain. Alec Pierce. And I got to credit Pops for this one, because he was saying that he's like, I got Pittman, but they're not using Pittman. Nothing's happened with Pittman. Let's see. White is just so mid at everything. At least Tucker can make plays. White is just reliable 3 yards a carry. And there's something to be said about that as your RB2, right? Kind of like Monty. David Montgomery, dude, just puts his head down and plows forward. Not nearly as explosive as Gibbs, but teams like that as their RB2. A.J. Dillon on the Packers for forever. LeGarrette Blount, although he did start quite a bit as well, but those guys, man, they just put their head down and run the rock. Or they make good RB2s, I guess, in teams' eyes. But he was saying how Pittman wasn't doing anything, and I was like, well, it's just because Jonathan Taylor and Tyler Warren have been like this entire offense. But I looked into it. Do you guys know Alec Pierce? Although I know, like, he's kind of a big boomer bust type guy, but he's been top 2 in his team's receiving yards in each of the last 5 games. Like, he's consistently either number 1 or number 2 in receiving yards for the Colts. Leads the team in here we go. This is a good part. I think he's second on the team in target share, but this is the part I wanted to get to right here. Pierce has 1,048 air yards. That includes like balls that you don't catch. So that's just how deep are they targeting you? So they're throwing it deep to Alec Pierce frequently. 1,048 yards. The next closest is Pittman with 586. Almost double. 1,048 yards in how many games have they played? In 11 games. Well, I think their bye was last week, right? This past week. So they've played 10 games. He's 1,048 air yards. It seems like a lot. It's because it is. I think it's, where is it? Sixth in the entire NFL. 6th in the NFL in air yards, Alec Pierce. They're getting it. They're bombing it down the field to him, and semi-consistently enough so that if he just has 2 or 3 catches a game, he's right there in flex territory for you every single week. That's a name that's really been going under the radar. Owned in 33.6% of leagues. I mean, right now, Pierce is probably a guy that should be on most teams' flex spots, depending on how big your league is. 6 and 8 man, standard roster sizes, maybe not, but definitely 12 or deeper rosters. Yeah, Alec Pierce is definitely a guy that should be in there and start for you every week. And then guys, we got Juwan Johnson. It's a guy, we try not to cover the same guys every single week, so we've talked about some of the other options. Juwan Johnson, though, I'm not sure if I wrote about him. I might have wrote about him like the first week I took over for Bobby. But, dude, quietly one of the most reliable fantasy tight ends this year. And since Tyler Shuck took over, he's had 3 touchdowns, 2 of them. Don't make a claim on him. I might want Alec. I'm telling you, man. I'll tell you, especially with all my, now thanks to the Jamar Chase spinning incident, I'm down another receiver, so I might need him. Mate. Well, I have to see what's out there, so I haven't made my claims yet, personally. But Juwan Johnson, he's got 2 of the 3 touchdowns for Shuck. He's been a tight end 1 in every game since Shuck's taking over at quarterback. 12% first read target share. So Shuck's looking for him early. He's not just when plays break down, he gets the ball. Like, Shuck's actually looking to get him the ball. And now Rashid Shaheed in Seattle. I mean, that just opens up Juwan Johnson to be the number 2 receiver on this team that is going to be trailing frequently. I like that. I forget who said that. Where that quote from? But I like that. I like that. I panic, make my claim at 11:30 p.m. usually because I forget. Me too, man. That's usually some stinker tinker time before I go to bed tonight. That is, that's what I do too, man. Honorable mention: Sam Darnold, Xavier Legette, Tyjae Spears, Michael Wilson. Michael Wilson, 15 interceptions last week. Yeah, that's not happening again. I don't think Jacoby Brissett's going to be setting a ton of records this year, but he's setting more than I thought he would already. Michael Wilson, this is a big pick too, just because of the Marvin Harrison injury. So if Marvin Harrison is going to be out, Michael Wilson's another guy that you can plug and play right now until Harrison's back. Legette, I like Legette. I think Legette should be better than he has been. Kind of like the Saints, right? This is a team that should be trailing. When he does get looks, like he'll have some games where he has 8 targets. I think he had, 8 targets, but he only had 3 or 4 catches maybe for like 80 yards and a touchdown last week. Yeah, Legette, he can ball, but the consistency's not going to be there. Hot take, ooh, Wilson over Harrison in skill level. That is a hot take. That is a hot take, but I like it. Man. Hey, let's get to the next section of the show, huh? Let's talk about our slams and scams. Alright, let's get these guys pulled up. See who we're looking at. We're going over the top 10 most added players on Sleeper this week and telling you guys, are they a slam or are they a scam? Not including running backs, not including kickers and defenses. The first one up is a running back. Let's see, is that 3 million? Woo, it is. Kyle Singer, fixed volume. Is it too loud or too quiet? Kyle, let me know. Is it too loud or too quiet? Because on my end, it looks like I'm hitting pretty high. Okay, you let me know too. Am I too quiet or too loud? It's looking like too loud, but I've turned it down quite a bit. I'm like at turn it back like 7 clicks, 7 decibels. But number 1, most added, 3,198,000 ads, Emmanuel Wilson. Loudish. Okay. Let me pull it back then. Pull it back. Test. How's that? I don't know what happened. Right as I was recording, like I did a quick audio check, my mic like boomed. More scratchy sounding. I gotta turn it that way. Check. Ben mic. Check. Hopefully that's any better. Hopefully that's better. Let me know. I can keep adjusting it. I can keep adjusting as I need to. I don't know what happened. See, now it looks like my audio's way low again. But I don't know. If I was loud before. Boom for Emmanuel Wilson. Now this is clearly because of the 1,000%, 10,000% better. Thank you. I appreciate it. I'm sorry, guys. I cannot hear myself on my end, so I appreciate the feedback. Thank you, boys. Emmanuel Wilson reaches end zone week 11. 11 carries for 40 yards and a touchdown. A little low, but other than that, great. A little low, then let me turn it up. We'll hit that sweet spot. 8.5. How's that? Now, because now it's showing that I'm low. I don't know what happened. Now it's showing that my audio is like low. Minus 8.5 decibels. I'm gonna keep moving. I'm gonna keep playing it just a little bit. Just a little bit. About 7.8. All right. We'll keep it right there. Hopefully that audio is better for you guys. I apologize for whatever. Let me know. Let me know what I need to do to make it better. Don't want to be blowing your guys' eardrums out. So 11 carries, 1 target, 1 reception. And Emmanuel Wilson looks like he's probably going to be the guy taking over. Yeah, give me a line. Yeah. I would assume it'd be Emmanuel Wilson taking over in Green Bay. I would just, especially like the 3,000 ads, I feel like people are going to blow their budget here. I don't know if I'm doing it on Emmanuel Wilson, honestly. We've seen 8 carries for 44. I mean, he's been pretty, for the most part, pretty efficient with the carries that he does get. Have they confirmed what the injury is for Josh Jacobs yet? Because I think it sounded like he's coming back. But I don't blame people picking him up here. This is a boom. Or not, what was it? Boom? Break? Is that what it is? Boom or bust? No, slam or scam. Slam or scam. There you go. He's a slam. Like, gotta make sure we're not what's the dad and the son? Can I get 5 big booms? Boom! Sounds like it's a week or two out for Jacobs out. Wilson is solid but tough D next week. Hey, what you know about that tough D? Emmanuel Wilson, yeah, okay. Yeah, he's probably knee contusion. Oh, that sounds painful. That's painful. I know that is painful. So, yeah, Emmanuel Wilson will say he's a slam. Michael Wilson, 1,476,000 ads wide receiver for Arizona. 100%. He is a ad for me as well. Sean Tucker, talked about him, 921,150 ads, running back for Tampa. Man, I think we're going to go 3 slams in a row. Slam, slam, slam on all these guys. Once again, these are all injury dependent. All 3 of them are all injury dependent. As long as they're guys that they are stealing some reps from, you know, as long as Bucky's still out and Sean gets work, they have value. So all these guys are slams for short term. Cleveland Browns, don't talk about them. So number 4 with 548,000 ads, quarterback for Atlanta, Kirk Cousins. Kirko Chains is back, guys. Kirk Cousins. Falcons offense to look different with Kirk Cousins at home. Did they put Penix on injury reserve? I think they did, right? To be placed on IR, yeah. I mean, obviously Kirk Cousins is a slam. You're getting a starting quarterback now. And with good options, too. Kirk, LOL. Hey, at this point in the season, who else you got available? He is a rough ad. I mean, you're down bad if you add Kirk. But at least you have an option again. At least there's a guy there to pick up if you really need somebody. Kenneth Gainwell, 530,000 ads. 2 touchdown game. He had 7 receptions on 8 targets. Ah, man, the Steelers. It's scary right now, man. With the Aaron Rodgers wrist injury, what's going to happen? I think this offense could take a step back. Kenneth Gainwell. I'm going to say a scam on Kenneth Gainwell. Because right now, I know he's coming off a 2-touchdown game. The game before, he had 2 receptions, and that's it. No rushes, 2 receptions. He had 2.4 points in our league. So that's a scam to me. He's just too inconsistent. He had a huge game against Cincinnati. Horrible defense. And then he had a good game against Minnesota. much better defense, but after that, he's done nothing else all season. So that's going to be a scam ad to me. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 455,000 ads. Wide receiver for Atlanta, Darnell Mooney. Darnell Mooney. Targeted 7 times in week 11. Only caught 3 of them for 34 yards. Had a fumble. Didn't lose it, though. We've talked about Mooney in the past. This is just, he's always on the field. Mooney's always on the field. 83, 90, 100, 90, 92. Like, it's just hard to get a guy with that type of production on the waiver wire that's always out there. And Darnell Mooney, I feel like, looked better with Kirko. So Kirko coming back, I think, is actually a good thing for Mooney. Slam. I would say Mooney's a slam right now. 6, 7. Wow. 431,000 ads. Bashal Tootin. I feel like me and Bobby just talked about this guy. Or I feel like we talked about him as being like one of the most dropped players last week, maybe. And now he's one of the most added again. I don't know why people do this, man. He's a rookie and he had a bad game. Everybody dropped him and then someone else picked him up. His ankle's good after a career day on Sunday. That's good. I like Tootin a lot. I like him the rest of the year. His schedule's Arizona, Tennessee, Indy, New York Jets, Denver, Indy. Not the easiest, but not the hardest either. Always on the field taking targets from London. Exactly. He's definitely... That Falcons offense is incredibly frustrating. Algier stealing from Bijan. What's his name? Mooney stealing from London. I mean, that's just incredibly frustrating. Shakir or Dobbs, full PPR pick. 1 second, yeah. Let me check who they're playing. Drop the like. Kyle, thank you, buddy. Appreciate it. Let's see. NFL. Because I'm a very big proponent in checking matchups. So, Bills play the Texans. That is a tough defense. Or Dobbs and the Packers. Oh, against Minnesota. Oh, man. Buddy, that's a tough question. Shakir or Dobbs? I think I like the... man. I was going to say, I think I like the upside of Shakir. But, love you long time. But actually, I think I'd have to go Dobbs there. Packers are predicted to win. I know the Packers haven't looked good lately. But that Texans defense is legit. And Josh Allen has not been playing great this year. Shakir, I believe he had like, what, 1 catch for -3 yards this past week. The ceiling's higher with Shakir, but I think the safer pick is Dobbs. And when I'm having to go between those two, oh, and look at that. I'm leaning Dobbs. Perfect. Shakir, I think possible could be the higher ceiling because of quarterback. Absolutely. Couldn't agree more, man. I think you're right on the right track with that. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The last 2 weeks. Oh gosh, man, that's brutal. That's brutal. I don't have any Shakir shares, but man, it's watching from afar. It's Shakir might be hurt. He might be, because he has not looked right. And Buffalo just keeps. We're going to talk about Buffalo again here. Something going on with him. There really could be. The next guy we're talking about, Tyrell Shavers, is a Buffalo receiver. I mean, they got Mecole Hardman, they got Gabe Davis, they got Josh Palmer, all the same dude, just in different flavors. Now, this guy, 5 targets, 4 receptions for 90 yards and a touchdown. Everybody's adding him like crazy. He's listed as the wide receiver 2 behind Keon Coleman. I don't know, guys. This seems like a scam to me. He has 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 receptions all season. And then he had 4 last week for 90 yards and a touchdown. He doesn't have 90 yards combined on the season. He doesn't have a touchdown. That's definitely a scam. Tyrell Shavers is a scam. Let's see. Yes, like all those guys. Yeah, I was like, who the fuck is this? Exactly. Shavers who Keon wish he could be. Man, that benching of Keon Coleman is crazy. And like now it's coming out that he's missing practice, or not practices, missing team meetings. So I get it, but man, Keon, that's a bad look, man. You struggled bad again this year. So this is like 2 years where you have not lived up to expectations, and now you're just kind of a bad teammate too. This is how careers end. This is how you go from a first round pick to a career just kind of bouncing around the league type guy. I was going to compare him to Sammy Watkins, but Sammy Watkins is way too good for Keon Coleman. I don't even know. Maybe Kevin White with the Bears bounced around for a little bit afterwards. Laquan Treadwell, Jahan Dotson, those guys. This is the trajectory that Keon Coleman's on, and it's sad. Thought he would be a lot better than that. Next up, Andre Iosivas, 332,000 ads, rostered in 45% of leagues. This is just from the Chase suspension, and I mean, I agree. I say slam, not because I think he's a great pick, but I say if you're picking up a wide receiver, it kind of makes sense. He has 8 receptions in the last 2 weeks. Receiving yardage, I mean, he had 20 yards last week, 66 the week before to touchdown. He's not terribly consistent. But with Chase being out, if you really need somebody this week, this is a good week to do it. This is a good week to play Iosivas. They're against New England. New England, a pretty good defense, but all the attention is going to shift over to T. So I think Iosivas is going to get quite a bit of preferential treatment, and I think he matches at 7 targets. I think he can get the 7 targets again, or if not, maybe even a little bit more. I mean, he played 84 and 74% of the last 2 games. I had 80% the week before that. He's definitely playing enough. Let's see. He's a solid 3 in real life. Absolutely. Absolutely he is. He's a guy that you can pick him up. You can pick him up. He's just not going to get you much. I would predict from him 6-7 points, and you're probably happy about that. 8 maybe. Maybe he falls in the end zone. If he falls in the end zone, you're probably getting like 15 out of him. 15, 16. Definitely a guy I would consider. What's up, Better Green? Good vibes. What's up, Maury? Maury from Twitch. Make sure you follow us. We're trying to grow our Twitch community over there. Twitch and YouTube. So if you guys haven't subscribed or joined on Twitch, please do. We're back tomorrow with NFL spread picks. Stream every single week. Let's do our last one, guys. 219,000 ads tied in for Seattle Seahawks. AJ Barner, a guy we've talked about on the show quite a bit this year. Man, he's definitely like a red zone threat. He's one of the like top guys that they go to in the red zone. Sam Darnold's been playing great. Let's see, last week 11 targets, 10 receptions for 70 yards. That's not normal. That's not even close to his regular stat line. I mean, the most he had before was 7 for 7 and 53 yards. So against Tennessee, Minnesota, Atlanta, Indy, Rams, Carolina to end the season. That's actually a really soft schedule to close out the year. If you need tight end help, I would consider him. We've talked about some options. Juwan Johnson, AJ Barner here is a good tight end option if you need some tight ends. Cade Otton was kind of a disappointment, but he's still going to be in the conversation for waiver wire tight ends that can do something for you. And who else? Dalton Schultz. Those are all guys that are pretty widely available that if you really need some wide receiver help, it's worth looking into them. It's definitely worth looking into them. All right, hey, these are the guys that we talk about that can maybe come in, boost your team, give you a little bit of a lift. But we also got to talk about the guys that we're just sick of. We got to get them off our roster. For some of them, you hold on to them all season. Other people, They're gone too soon. It's over before it really ever starts. We're going to talk about these guys now. We're going to talk about number one most drop, 280,000 drops, Bill. Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt. 9 attempts for 28 yards. And this has been the problem with Bill. Like, if you're seeing my cursor right now, we're in the red for yards per carry every game since week 7. We have 4 games in the green. I mean, you want to see, like, over 4 is good. You want to see over 4. Over 5 is great. Like, they're having an elite season over 5. 3, 2. I mean, these are those running back 2 numbers we were talking about earlier. When just, put your head down, run forward, get the tough yards. Bill's not even that type of dude. I mean, he's 5'11", 208. So he's sturdy, but I thought he was just a lot more athletic than this. I thought he was I was not one of the big, nobody better in green was a big Bill guy. But we thought, once he started popping off, we're like, okay, he might be pretty decent. Can't take any credit for that, but unfortunately, man, we had one game where he really popped off. 2 pretty usable games. 1 game where he could have been a flex. Outside of that, those 3 games, it's been tough sledding. So part of me is like, I get it since he has been so inefficient, but the other part of me says, man, this is a guy that sees at least like 10 carries a game and people are dropping him. Who are they picking up? Who are they dropping Bill for? Denver, Minnesota, New York Giants, Philly, Dallas. I mean, Dallas in the final game of the year is crazy. That's some crazy work. I would definitely want Bill in that game. If you're going to make the championship, that might be a waiver wire pickup worth looking for. Crazy they dubbed Robinson for this. Exactly. Yeah, I don't know, man. You wanted to trade him before he saw the field. I did. I did, man. That's why I got out while I could. But I thought he would be better than this. I really did. I wanted to flip him for what the consensus was. Because if I could have flipped him on Twitter, I would have got 2 firsts. I would have got 2 firsts for Bill. I mean, come on, man. The way that people were meat riding that guy was crazy. So now I got what was it, Olave in a third for Bill in a dynasty league. I'm okay with that, especially seeing how the season played out. I hope Bill turns it around. I think he can. We'll have to see. I mean, it's been a nightmare season for Washington all the way around. So maybe with a healthier Jane Daniels, we'll see if anything can happen. But sleeper redraft add his burden. Sleeper redraft add his burden. Yeah. Number 2 most dropped. Parker Washington, 260,000 drops. Wide receiver out of Jacksonville. Took over the wide receiver 3 spot and coming from more quickly. Dude, I love Burden. I was much higher, that's the thing. I was lower on Bill than consensus, higher on Burden. It hasn't really worked, paying out yet this season, but I like Burden a lot, man. Yeah, Moore is slipping fast. I bet he comes from more quick. I think you might be right there, KU. I really do think you might be right there. Number 3 most dropped, Joe Flacco, 251,000 drops. Let's see. 10 points last week. I think there's more of a concern about Burrow coming back. He should be probably with that in the next 2 weeks now, I'm thinking, is why everybody's dropping Flacco. I mean, he's against New England this week and then Baltimore. You would assume that Burrow would be back for Baltimore, so he doesn't get that nice cushy matchup. I understand dropping Flacco. I get that. Zach Ertz, 183,000 drops. I mean, what, 8? Is it because of the bye week? I mean, he's just been terribly, consistently like mid. And I'm not even saying that as in a slide at Zach Ertz at all. I'm just saying he just hasn't been like crazy. But man, I don't understand how that translates to the fourth most dropped player when you just had a game like you have been having all season. Seems rushed. It absolutely seems rushed. I don't get that. I don't get that one. It has to be just because of bye weeks and people don't have other people they can drop, I guess. This one is a hate drop. This is Cade Otton coming off a terrible week. He should have had a much better week. Had 12 targets, 9 receptions, 82 yards against New England. He gets a soft shootout against Buffalo and kind of just shits the bed. Very disappointing. I started him last week because I had that much faith in him. He's again one of those guys. Ertz is the perfect set in your lineup. Don't expect much, but I gotta move that. I gotta move the thing. Messing stuff in the background. But yeah, absolutely. You just set him and forget him, and if you get anything better, then that's great. Otherwise, you're just getting the same 7-8 points a week. But Cade Otton, man, it's just he's a pickup streaming tight end right now, and so I guess this is a down week against the Rams. Cade Otton I think is good enough to be rostered. I don't know if I agree with that one either. This one I do agree with. Calvin Ridley officially sent to IR, ending his season. Potentially his time in Tennessee. Potentially ending it. I'm not gonna say potentially ending his career, but oh man, it's been brutal. What a disappointment for Calvin Ridley. Like, what a disappointment for all of us with the gambling suspension. And then he goes to Jacksonville. He's all right. He goes to Tennessee. He's dog crap. Now he's 30, going to be 31, looking for a new team, coming off an injury-riddled season. Vibes are bad with Calvin Ridley. I think he's droppable in all formats, including Dynasty. It's murky for Ridley out there, and that really is too bad. We got robbed of from Ridley's injuries and decisions. It's not like I'm blaming this on anybody else, but we got robbed what Calvin Ridley could have been. Jamari DK injury. One of those things. He's an injured receiver on a team that's terrible. I get this drop too. I'm not even gonna look at the stats any more than you see it. It's all red. 3 targets, 2 receptions for 14 yards. The dude, he had one good week, and then everybody was adding him. And I told you guys it's such a scam. Don't do it. And he has had 19 receiving yards and 3 receptions in the last 3 weeks. Yes, one was a bye week, but the point holds. the point remains. So in 8, whoa, you guys can't see it. 8, Keon Coleman. Hey, the Bills aren't the only one punishing the man apparently. Wow, healthy scratch. That pissed a lot of people off, rightfully so. Dude hasn't done much for you all season. Now he gets Houston, then at Pittsburgh, Cincinnati, New England, Cleveland, Philly. I mean, I feel like he's at least worth rostering through Cincinnati, right? Get a week in the playoffs of him versus Cincinnati. I mean, if he doesn't do anything against Cincinnati, this dude is... What do we even say? What is he... I tried not to be super reactionary, and I try not to just say crazy stuff for clicks, but like, be honest with me. If Keon Coleman doesn't have a good rest of the season and doesn't destroy Cincinnati, doesn't put up a decent 16 points, are we drafting Keon Coleman next year? I'm serious. Like in redraft, are we even drafting Keon Coleman as a like last round pick, or is he completely off the board? Just as a dude, there will be hype because he'll be a young guy, and you know people don't like giving up on players, but I think there might be a lot of leagues where he doesn't get drafted. Nobody wants to deal with it. Let's see, number 9, 100 and what did that say? 139,278 drops. Justin Fields, quarterback for the Jets, bro. What happened to Justin Fields? 116 yards. I'd rather be wrong on him than waste a pick on him. Yeah, absolutely. Great way to put that, KU. 100% agree. Because if you're wrong and you wasted a pick. 100%. That's a great way to say it. He had 15 completions, 116 yards and a touchdown. No picks. 11 carries for 67 yards and a touchdown. He kept it semi-competitive against New England. They beat Cleveland. They beat Cincinnati. I mean, they benched him for Tyrod. How long will that stick? I don't know. This is rough, guys. I mean, I agree with it. I agree with the Justin Field drop, and I'm just wondering going forward what we're going to see at Justin Fields. If we see Justin Fields start again, because this was bad. This was career-altering bad move for Justin Fields. Last one, Kamani Vidal, 10th most dropped player, 126,000 drops. Running back for the Chargers, 5 carries for 13. Right, yeah. I was just seeing what Roto Baller had to say about it real quick. I mean, I get the Amari and Hampton return is looming. And then they're on a bye this week, so I kind of get the drop. But at the same time, like, they got their shit pushed in against Jacksonville. They did from like the start of the game. This game was not close. He got 5 carries. They couldn't run the ball. They had to start throwing it because they were down by so much. And it's like, okay, he had 5 carries for 13 yards. Not great. Week before, 25 for 95 and a touchdown. 1 catch for 13 yards. 17 points. I mean, he's been bouncing back and forth from good performances and bad. 22 points, 5 points. 20 points, 3 points. 17 points, 3 points. Bye week. We see what happens when he comes back. He faces Vegas, just very beatable defense. Philly, Kansas City, Dallas, very beatable, and Houston. He's got 2 good matchups in there. We have to see when Amari and Hampton's coming back, though. This is one of those where I would have probably held and wait, but I'm not gonna fault anybody for dropping him either. No picks from the L is the Fields happy hour combo. That's so true. That's so true, man. The Jets are just so bad. I can't believe how bad the Jets are this year. Wyatt called it, though, man. Wyatt said they weren't going to get a single win this year. He's going to be like 2 games off. That's crazy. And after that, I mean, we don't usually do the next one, but the next one's just a big name, Jerry Jeudy. Struggles with 7 targets. I mean, he just had a huge game, and everybody was adding him last week, and everybody's dropping him again. You guys got to stay consistent, man, because then watch, he's going to tear it up against Vegas. He'll be the most added again. I don't know. Vegas, San Fran, Tennessee, Chicago, Buffalo, Pittsburgh. That's an easy schedule. That is an easy-ass schedule. I wish I had people in my league that were dropping Jerry Jeudy. And I know that sounds kind of like the whole Reddit thing. Oh, I wish this dude was in my league. Also, don't be that guy. Don't be that guy. But I'm just saying that he is a receiver that I would be definitely interested in if they were on the waiver wire in my league. Any questions from you guys before I get out of here? 6:59, a little shorter one today. But, I mean, we talked about all these guys all season long. A lot of them. And we see this every year. A lot of back and forth. Flip-flop, flip-flop, flip-flop. Most added, most dropped. Most added, most dropped. There's actually some interesting new names this week. And you guys let me know, too. You guys want to see us stream Arc Raiders? Stream some Arc Raiders. Talk some bets. Some fantasy football. No crazy new ads. There really aren't any. There really aren't. I think this is the first week, or at least that I've noticed. I don't think that we've had multiple 1+ million ads in a week. We have that this week with Wilson and with both Wilsons. Manuel Wilson and Michael Wilson. And Sean Tucker just topped out at 921, so pretty close. Arc stream. Hey, I'm saying, man, y'all show some love to the channel. Get us bumped up. We are dropping subs for some reason right now, and it is so frustrating. You're stuck at like 115 forever, down to 1,113. Let's start bumping this number back up, and let's get there, man. Let's get to a part where we can start doing that. Doing some Arc Raiders, talking some, what's it called? Some bets. Maybe even figure out how I can get some audio from the game in there. That you can hear from Mr. KU and hear from Mr. Noah that are in these streams with us a lot of the time. I appreciate those guys, man. I appreciate the hell out of those guys. But yeah, let me know in the comments what you guys think. That's something that you guys would be interested in. Good luck to you guys this week. Recount the votes. Absolutely, dude. Absolutely, man. We gotta get that number up. We gotta pump that number up. I'm working on some pretty interesting stuff. Some pretty cool stuff behind the scenes right now. I can't talk about it publicly yet. But it's really cool. I'm really excited about it. Hopefully, we can reveal it here in a couple weeks. Also, guys, next week, the last week of these Waiver Wire lives. Unfortunately, we do it all the way up to the playoffs, or at least pretty close to your playoffs. So next week, Ethan will be joining me. We'll have another member of Better and Green, and after that, we will still be streaming probably on Tuesdays. We'll be streaming the 5-minute wager hockey betting episode. So if you guys are interested in that, that's going to be coming your guys' way. We'll have a special promo, special preview for you guys next week also. So please make sure you guys tune in next week again, 6 o'clock Central Time, for another episode of Better and Green's Intentional Fantasy. Thank you guys for everything. Find my mouse. I'll see you guys later. Peace, guys.